Hey, what's up guys? Justin from Out of the Basement. Today we're going to be looking at the new Star Wars The Black Series packaging. Specifically, this is Admiral Ackbar. I just reviewed the Stormtrooper from the new packaging wave the other day. If you haven't seen that, check that out because I go way more in depth about my thoughts about the new packaging, which I really do like. So here he is, the first Mon Calamari in the Black Series. Up top we have the Black Series logo. This is brand new. Down here we have the film that this character is from, or at least this character's specific look. This one being Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Of course, green. We all associate green with that movie, which is obviously why they chose that color. On the side, which is at that angle that we talked about, has this nice little profile shot of the Admiral. I really like that, and I like how it continues with if you were to get the other T-boat, which I do have and I will be reviewing. On the back, we kind of have that same profile shot. We have the Black Series logo up here. Right down here, it said this is number 1 in the Return of the Jedi line. It says Star Wars Return of the Jedi, and it's green, and I like this little green reflective thing that goes down the whole figure to the front. On the side here, we have more window, which is not part of the box. This is actually a separate piece. Same thing with the window up here. They're bringing this window back, but again, that is not part of the box. It is part of the second layer of packaging inside. I believe they made this type of packaging to cut costs, and if they did, they sure did a really good job of making sure that it still looked really slick. I really like this new look of the packaging. Of course, on the back, we have the Black Series logo, Admiral Ackbar in green text, and then the classic Black Series read-up. During the Battle of Endor, veteran commander Admiral Ackbar oversaw the rebel attack, coordinating with starfighter operations led by Lando Calrissian and Wedge Antilles. Packaging looks great. If you guys want to talk about it a little more, let me know what you guys think of this new packaging. For me, I just cut the tape on the top instead of messing with the side of the box, so let's crack them open. Here's what I was mentioning earlier. This now has none of that plastic. It actually comes encased in another layer. Taking a look at the one accessory that Admiral Ackbar comes with is what I believe is called the DC-17 blaster. He doesn't use a blaster in the film, and this is one of those accessories that they just throw in there to say that it comes with an accessory, just to boost the value up a little more. This will basically go to your Black Series armory, you know, your accessory pile. And something really nice about this is that it does have the silver paint on the tip. So if there's another, like for example, the Hoth Rebel Trooper comes with this weapon, but it's just gray plastic. So give this to the Hoth Rebel Trooper and you'll have that nice black and that chrome silver finish on that. That's actually awesome that it comes with the correctly painted version of this weapon. Here is the Admiral himself out of the packaging, and holy crap guys, why would someone leave this behind at Target? It's iconic. It's from Return of the Jedi. It doesn't have to be the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi for you to be hyped on Admiral Ackbar. Great meme with him in Return of the Jedi. It's a trap. We all know it, of course. Let's take a closer look at detail. This guy is awesome. So I'm going to start it off with this beautiful head sculpt. Look at those eyes. The eyes are super clean. I love the wrinkles. There's some brown and dark gray paint on here. It's shiny, just like an amphibian creature like this, like how I would imagine the skin to be, like glossy, like it's almost has a layer of like wetness to it. The eyes are super clean. I love how the eye is like this mustard yellow, and then it's like a bright yellow, and then black for the pupils. There's tons of great wrinkles in here. The I don't know what you call these, like these little tendrils are sculpted on there really nicely. This is kind of like a nose up here. Both eyes are painted super crisp and clean. We have the tunic, which is kind of like a cream color. It's more of like an off-white. We have his Admiral insignia rank. I'm assuming that is on the chest there. Some people said that they were not going to like this tunic. However, it is pretty accurate to how he looks in the film. I totally understand that some people might think this is too like open and flappy and it should be a little bit tighter, but I do think it's pretty accurate to how he looks in the film. There's some great wrinkles down here on the side of the arm. Speaking of the arm, more of that great brown and dark brown, almost grayish paint on there, and you can kind of see like the fin, what kind of looks like a fin there, or scales. Goes right along with the hand, and there's some really nice black for the fingernails. And of course, you have that weird alien hand. Same thing over here with these like spikes and that nice, really variety of the paint. And same thing with the hand, which they did mold it to where he can hold the gun, but in my personal opinion, I'm not going to have him holding the weapon, but I'm still happy that that weapon was included. Again, with the black fingernails. Down here on the little belt thing, goes all the way around. There's some really nice like amber, like brownish, goldish paint that goes all the way down the legs here. Got some nice white jumpsuit pants. Pimp Daddy Admiral Ackbar here, looking like an NBA All-Star. On the back, we just have more wrinkle mold on the pants. The shoes, the feet down here, do have a nice bit of gray at the very bottom. How do they gain access to this information to know what color the little stripe on the bottom of his shoe should be? That's honestly awesome detail. Peg holes at the bottom of the feet, of course. He looks absolutely great. I'll say it. The tunic here doesn't bother me in the slightest because you're not... Guess it could be tighter just to look not as loose. Some people might be upset by that, but most of the time you're going to be looking at him from the front like this anyway, because he's basically just sitting in a chair that whole movie until he unceremoniously gets killed off in The Last Jedi. But let's take a look at the articulation. So something very interesting that I discovered, I did not know this, but there is some mouth articulation. Check that out. Let's see if we could zoom. It might be a little hard to get a look, but there is sculpt on the inside of the mouth with the, wow, nice like little beard down here as well. But there's a sculpted roof of the mouth and a sculpted like inside of the mouth with the tongue and such. It's kind of hard to get it like wide open like that, you know? It's a trap. This is a pretty interesting head sculpt. The head does not move. It does not rotate at all. Yeah, it doesn't. I definitely don't want to break this guy, but he does look up about that far, and when he's looking up, that's when the mouth articulation becomes a little bit easier to mess around with. But totally awesome that it has articulated mouth. It can definitely look up, and squeeze that together. It kind of like pegs back into the closed mouth. He cannot really look down at all, but again, kind of got that neck articulation going. And articulated mouth can go about that far. The arm articulation is not hindered in the slightest. Rotate around like that. Whoa! The Admiral has butterfly joints. Holy cow, guys. The Admiral himself has butterfly joints. That is amazing. I really like that. So, like I was saying, rotate around. He can go out really far and in super far. He has butterfly joints. Awesome. The arm can rotate around like that. It's on a single joint because it's a big, bulky alien arm, but you still get a solid 90 degrees, pretty much 90 degrees out of that. I understand why it's hindered. I mean, it's a huge, bulky alien piece arm. The hand can rotate and hinge. Look at horizontal hinge can go up and down super far. That's honestly pretty awesome. Same thing with this, butterfly joints. His arm rotates around like that. The arm is about the same, almost 90 degrees. And again, this is the trigger finger, kind of, and then this is more of just like a relaxed hand, by the way. This hand can rotate, of course. And same thing, it has that horizontal hinge that goes super far back and super forward like that. I was trying to see if this tunic was removable, and as far as I can tell, it is not. So you're stuck with that tunic, but it's okay because he wears it in the movie, obviously. But because of that, let me show you, there's not going to be much kind of hindered. Could crunch about that far, go about that far back. You can kind of see this piece right here. That's kind of like where that ab crunch articulation is and the beginning of the legs. So at that point, you can twist it as well. For the legs, see here, you can kick out about that far. You can kick back about that far. Same thing with that leg. That's a pretty decent amount, actually. Kick back about that far. The thigh does rotate up at the thigh. Single jointed knee, which looks really natural. I love that you can't see the ugly joints that the double jointed knees do. Also rotates at the lower leg. The feet articulation is a little hindered because of the bagginess of the pants back there, so it can go down about that far, can go up about that far, and of course it has ankle pivot. So as you can see, the Admiral himself holds his DC-17 blaster fairly well. It fits his hand well, but like I said, I'm not really going to be posing him with that blaster. It's going to someone else. Anyway, let's do some comparisons. Here is the new Black Series Stormtrooper that I reviewed. Go check out that review. And just some other Return of the Jedi stuff. We have him next to the Skiff Guard Lando Calrissian, Jedi Knight Luke Skywalker, and perhaps to get scale with a protocol droid, here he is next to C-3PO. Honestly guys, I'm really happy with this figure. I have been waiting for an Admiral Ackbar in his classic white costume from Return of the Jedi for such a long time. He seems like a no-brainer, and I'm honestly kind of surprised he was still there at Target, you know? Someone picked up Beskar Mandalorian, Darth Vader, they got the Kamino Clone Trooper. I'm surprised they did not pick up this Admiral Ackbar, because this is a great figure. It's an alien. The Hasbro kills it with alien sculpts. The paint is super, super clean on this guy. He has mouth articulation. He has butterfly joints, so the articulation is actually pretty good. This is an easy recommend by me. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. That's it for my review. Like I said, I have been Justin from Out of the Basement, and we will see you guys in the next video.